Samantha Evans, with her speech entitled Challenge Yourself. Challenge Yourself, Samantha Evans.
Wow, where did last year go? It's 2014 already. It feels like only a few months ago that 2013 clicked over. I can remember contemplating the year ahead and writing down New Year's resolutions for myself. So when we start a new year, we think about the year ahead and we think, how can we start a clean slate and leave all of our bad habits behind? So that's when New Year's resolutions come to mind. So who here made a New Year's resolution last year? And did you keep the New Year's resolution last year? No. So I'm very happy to say that I did make a New Year's resolution last year, and I did manage to keep it for the whole year as well. So what I did was I thought about all the things that I wanted to do to improve myself. Now it ended up being quite a long list. So first of all, the cliche one of wanting to become fitter. And then I had the one about wanting to become more confident in social situations because I'm a very shy person. And also I wanted to learn to be more patient and become a better listener. So I started thinking already, this is already doomed for failure because it's just too many things. So what I ended up doing was saying I need one resolution and that would have to encapsulate everything that I needed. So my resolution was simply to challenge myself. So the idea was, if there was something that I really didn't want to do, I had to do it. So the first time that I came across my challenge was the 2nd of January 2013, so day 2. And I went to the swimming pools with my partner and my 2 kids. And we went to GSAC, I don't know if you know it, but they've got these really big water slides and they're enclosed in their tubes and very claustrophobic dark places. And my daughter saw it and offered it up. And she said to my partner, I want to go up in there. So I was really rapt. I'm like, excellent, don't choose me. So my partner took my daughter up. They went up 10 flights of stairs carrying this big raft. And I stood down the bottom with my son and we waited for them to come out the bottom. So before you know it, they've just come 13 out the bottom, 100 miles an hour. They're going so fast, they've got the speed wobbles happening. And I was just thinking, thank God that wasn't me. But then Elise comes out and she goes, Mummy, I want to go on that with you now. So my first expression was, there's no bloody way I'm doing that. And then my husband said, come on Sam, your 3-year-old daughter just did that. And yeah, I also remembered my New Year's resolution from the day before to challenge myself. So the next thing I knew, I was the one walking up the 10 flights of stairs with my daughter carrying the big ridiculous roller up. So we get to the very top and I'm absolutely crapping myself. I'm so scared, shaking like a leaf, and I'm trying to act like the brave one. My daughter had to sit in a hole in front of me and I sat in this hole, so I'm thinking of all the things that could go wrong. My daughter could go under, we could get stuck, we could drown, I don't know, just ridiculous things. So anyway, I pushed us both off and we went into the big, black, dark tunnel of death, pretty much. It was completely claustrophobic, we could see nothing. All we were doing was holding on, screaming, and because we couldn't see, we had no way of knowing when the turns were coming, so we weren't even able to brace. So we'd just be sitting there, then we'd be flipped like this and then flipped like that. And I was scared we were going to do a 360 inside the tube. Anyway, I was looking for the tunnel of light at the end, and finally it came, and we sat out the bottom, and we both had big smiles on our faces because we lived. And that's my first challenge done. I already haven't failed my resolution yet, which was pretty good. So the next thing that I wanted to do, that I've been wanting to do for 10 years, was to go to a Toastmaster meeting. So I thought it would just be an informal meeting. Well, I assumed it would be like AA, not that I went to AA. But sit around in chairs and just have a bit of a chat. And so as soon as I walked in here, it was actually this club. I saw it was all set out like this, and I was a bit scared at first, and then people came up and spoke, and they were so good. And it was scary for me because it was formal. I'm not good with formality because you're not really allowed to be a human being with formality. You have to be prim and proper and do everything perfect. So I was a bit scared and I thought there's absolutely no way I'm ever going to be able to speak like all those people. So anyway, round robin came on and it's coming close. closer to me, and my heart's going boom, boom, and my face is going bright red, and my palms starting to sweat, and it's coming closer to me. And I apparently stood up and said something comprehensive, or words came out, and I was pretty happy about that. And then the visitor report came, and the same thing again, boom, 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 oh my God. And I was able to say something in the visitor report. So then the next weeks I started doing the minor roles like the grunt master and the timekeeper, and then I'd eventually come out the front and get some experience out the front. And then I'd start doing really crazy involuntary actions, such as putting my hands up when someone said, "Who wants to be Toastmaster? Who wants to do a speech?" And I'd be saying to myself, "Who's now, you bloody idiot? What are you doing?" And this stupid nagging voice would be saying, "Challenge yourself, challenge yourself." So the whole year I had that nagging voice, and so it did also go into my fitness. So I was getting into the exercise when I didn't want to, so that really annoyed me as well. It was like, I want to stay in bed, and these silly resolutions making me get up and go to the gym. So, and then yoga poses, I managed to do all these really strange pretzel type yoga poses that I thought no one in the world could do, and I challenged myself and did that. So, in conclusion, if you haven't made a resolution yet, or if you have made a resolution and you failed it on the 1st of January, or maybe the 2nd of January this year, it's still not too late to make a New Year's resolution. And in fact, it doesn't even need to be New Year to make a resolution. We can all make resolutions at any time of the year that we want. And when we choose a resolution, it needs to be something attainable and realistic. And whatever it is, we should all commit to it and stick to it and become the person that we all deserve to be. So thank you.